Hey, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be talking about my NECA Terminator T-800 Endoskeleton figure. Now of course, as you can see, this is the figure itself and it comes in this box right here. I'm kind of sorry about that glare right there. But it comes like in this box right here, as you can see, and I believe that this is actually based on the Terminator 2 version of the endoskeleton, because I know some of the people I've been watching, they've been saying that these are based on like the one from the original Terminator, but I believe this is actually based on like the one from Terminator 2. But yeah, as you can see, so what I do is I just talk about the box itself, because as you can see, this is not like an ultimate version of the endoskeleton, because I won't be surprised if NECA does do that. That's why I was kind of hesitant about getting this particular Terminator figure, because I was kind of suspecting that NECA may do like an ultimate version of it, because I have always been wanting like a Terminator endoskeleton, I have always been wanting one of these, so I'm kind of excited about trying this out. Now on the back of it has like a description, and on the side it has like it says like Terminator Cyberdyne Systems. As you can see, the endoskeleton at the bottom, which is the third one. Now on the back it says Target Identified Specs Model T-800 Endoskeleton. Features Skynet's most advanced control system, fully armored in a hyper-alloy sheath around vital areas. Frictionless bearings in its joints allow the unit to maneuver through its range of motions faster than previous models. In the event of critical damage, a secondary power source allows the unit a margin of time to complete its mission. When set to autonomous, I think that's how you say that, mode, it can learn like a human being, actually becoming more efficient as time goes on. So yeah, that's like the description of it on the back. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just open this up. Now it'd have been cool if NECA had like this in one of the window like type boxes, I think that'd have been so awesome if they had that, But I think those really are done for like only like the ultimate figures, whereas this is not like the ultimate version. But anyway, here I go. And I'm a huge Terminator fan. The actual Terminator 2 used to be my all-time favorite film, but eventually it was like surpassed, But it is still like one of my all-time favorite films, even like the first Terminator. Now these are like the ones I have like on video. I actually have more than these too, but actually, as you can see, I have the first Terminator. This is like the Blu-ray and DVD, and I also have the 4K version of Terminator 2, as you can see too as well. Yeah, this is one of my all-time favorite films, and this is the 4K, because they had this in 3D here recently, and I saw that like 2 times in the theater, But then when it came to 4K, I went ahead and picked it up. I know they also had this in 3D too, but this is like the particular version I have of it. And I believe this is the particular film that the endoskeleton itself is actually based on, like the Terminator in this film, As you can see, this is the background display art that you can display with the endoskeleton, And like I always say, I don't really ever use these, I may start doing it for like some pictures or something like that, but I don't really intend to like use these at all, And as you can see, here's the T-800 Terminator Endoskeleton. Now I have always been wanting like a Terminator Endoskeleton figure, because I have like other Terminator figures, but they're like McFarlane, because I have like the T-800, like the Arnold Schwarzenegger one, and I also have like the T-1000, like Robert Patrick, from Terminator 2, and I was in the McFarlane Toys series, but I have never owned like an endoskeleton. And I think they have released one in the McFarlane series too, the Movie Maniac series, but I forgot which one, But this right here, like I said, I've always been wanting to get like a Terminator Endoskeleton, so I think this is kind of cool to have. Now, of course, it didn't really come with too much, and as you can see right now, I actually have it like on this stand too as well. So what I do is just go into the stuff that he did come with, then I guess like the articulation of the figure itself too. Okay, as you can see, now being that this is like a endoskeleton, I didn't expect it to have too much articulation, But you can like move his arms up like this. As you can see, you can turn like the hands. You can actually lift his legs up. But like I said, this is another character who wouldn't really be doing those kind of movements and stuff, Now it doesn't like the head really has that much turn in it, as you can see. You can't really bend it forward, or I'm actually kind of scared to bend it forward, you know, because I was hearing that these break and stuff, you know, and I know that these like figures can break, you know. But I like the detailing it does. It look how exactly how it does, like in the movie, you know. As you can see, there's like the eyes of the endoskeleton too as well, you know. It would be awesome if NECA had those glowing, you know. I won't be surprised they do that like in another version, if they ever do this again, like an ultimate version. I won't be surprised they do that. Like it has like the side of his head. It's just how it does, like in the movies, you know. The detail in it. And as you can see, you can't really like turn their head that much. I like how you had like these wire like things too from the movie too. I think that's awesome. Now one of the things I noticed about mine, I think I saw this in another video. Like on the back of the endoskeleton, it has like this flap right here that you can actually open up. So I don't know if that's how that's supposed to be, or if it's broken, you know, or not, you know, because it was like that when I opened it. But I think I do recall seeing that though. Because another reason why I kind of think it ain't like broken, it's just there because you can see that it's made in, I think, China, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, made in China. That's why it is actually designed like that. Because it has made in China, and that's the only way you would be able to see that is if you actually open it, you know. I like how the feet look exactly how it look too, you know, has like that thing back there, like on the ankle, you know, the back of the foot, like how the Terminator has when it's like walking. I think that's kind of cool. Because you would think this would be kind of hard to stand, you know, but it actually kind of, it kind of stands on its own somewhere. But I've been using like the stand, you know, so I don't think it stands too well unless you probably put it in a certain position. But I've been using like the stand to get the stand, you know. Now the other accessory that the endoskeleton comes with is this right here, like the actual gun. That's how I can tell this is actually based on the Terminator 2 version of this particular character. You know, I believe this is the phase. I think that's what they call it, phase plasma rifle that the Terminators in the future use, like during the future, you know. Because you don't ever see them come back to Earth, like not to Earth, but back in time using it, you know. That you only really see these like most of the time, like in the future sequences of like the Terminator movies, you know, when the endoskeletons be holding them, you know. So as you can see, it does look exactly how that gun look, you know. Now I know it's mine. I saw this like in other videos too. I think it has like a little bend in it at the top of it, which I think is like the scope or something. That has like a little bend in it, you know. But that's okay though. I'm okay with that, you know. And I probably could like use like a hair dryer on it to straighten it out if I want to as well, you know. But I like how the gun does look. It looks exactly like their gun, you know, from the movie. And as you can see, there's the phase plasma rifle inside the endoskeleton's arms. Yeah, I actually had to use this this hair dryer right here to actually kind of loosen his hand somewhat to actually get the plasma rifle in it, you know. Cause I was thinking about just leaving it in one hand, you know, but I decided I was going to give it like two hands, you know. But yeah, this is it, you know. I think this is a pretty decent figure, you know, from NECA. And again, I do believe that this endoskeleton is actually based on the endoskeleton that was in this particular Terminator film, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, you know, which is, like I say, one of my all-time favorite movies. And this used to be my all-time favorite movie, but like other movies went through it, you know. But I really believe that the endoskeleton is actually based on that, you know. But then I guess if anything, NECA probably could have gave us but this isn't really like an ultimate figure. They did like an ultimate version of it. They could probably give it more accessories. Because there's no question we need to have like the endoskeleton like eyes on where they're like glowing red. So it'd be kind of cool if NECA can put like a light in it, you know, and have the eyes actually glowing. You know, that'd be so awesome, you know. I think this could probably have like some skulls with it, you know, because at the endoskeleton, like they're walking through skulls and stuff like that. So I think that'd be kind of cool if they had like some like skulls, you know, that can come with this, you know. I think that would be kind of awesome. Maybe a couple of extra hands too as well. But other than that, I think it's this is a pretty cool figure. Like I said, I've always been wanting one of these anyway, you know. Okay, so as you can see, there's the NECA, the Terminator T-800 Endoskeleton figure. Now, this isn't like an ultimate figure, but I think this is a pretty cool, decent figure to have, you know. It didn't really come with too much or anything, you know, but I think it's still an awesome figure to have. And I have always been wanting like an endoskeleton, like I say, you know. But I'm going to be surprised if NECA do like an ultimate version. I don't know if they are planning on it. I think that would be cool if they did, you know. I would prefer like a better box, you know, than this one too. I have grown like addicted to like the window box style packaging. I'm not too big on these boxes, you know, because it didn't really have nothing to be cool. You can open the flap, you know. But yeah, that's me talking about this Terminator T-800 Endoskeleton, you know, from NECA. And I would definitely recommend this, I guess, for like Terminator films, you know, in general, you know. So yeah, that's my me talking about this, you know. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I'll be back.